Hello, welcome to another edition of MIW. Got the D-Man here, and I'm glad you could join me today. Today's topic is betatization. Yeah, that's not a real word, but hey, maybe someday it will be. What that means is, hey, smash that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We got a video coming out every day that will be of help to you. I know it. Anyway, back to betatization. Okay, what that is here's what happens. A lot of guys meet a girl, and the girl's in love with him. Okay, she is just infatuated by him. Okay, and then after about 3 months, she's like losing attraction for him. She doesn't know why, and she's disappointed. Okay, she's like, I don't know why. He's a great guy. I love him, but I'm just not in love with him. And you think, well, what's wrong with them women? What's wrong with them? No, it's not the women. It's the way you are showing up. What happened was she met you and she liked you for who you were. Now, slowly over a period of time, she will try to change you. She'll do things like, well, honey, can you stay home with me tonight instead of going out with your buddies Friday night? And you think, well, I really want to go out with my friends, but logically, you think, okay, well, I'll stay with her. She'll appreciate me and like me more. Okay? And you don't think much of it. Nothing happens. You stay with her, and she tells you how much she appreciates you staying with her, spending time with her instead of going out with your friends. Okay. Then you got this fishing trip or hunting trip planned with your friends. And all of a sudden, it's her time of the month, and she's really feeling down. She's crying all the time. And you're going to go with your buddies this weekend, but you think, man, I really love her, and I can go hunt with my friends anytime. She really needs me. She's really down, and she tells you to go, but you think, you know what? I'm going to stay with her, and I'm going to show her how important she is to me. And logically, from a man's point of view, you think, well, of course she's going to respect me and like me more, appreciate me more, and love me more. So you stay with her, spend the weekend with her. She tells you how much she appreciates you, and you're locking this in. I mean, you are showing her how great you are, what a good man you are, how much you're there for her, how secure you're going to make her feel. Okay, and then maybe the next weekend she wants to go out to McDonald's, but you've already planned on going to a steakhouse. And you think, man, I don't want to go to McDonald's. I want to eat some real food. I want to build some muscle. I don't like eating that junk food. But you think, well, okay, all right, honey, let's go to McDonald's. So we go to McDonald's. All these little things show her that you're a man that's easily swayed off of your purpose, off of your mission. Not that these things are your purpose or your mission, but if she can pull you away from things like going out hunting with your friends, going out with your buddies, eating steak, which is better for you than McDonald's, then anyone can sway you off of your mission or your purpose. So how safe is she going to feel with you? Now, she doesn't think about this consciously. This is an evolutionary thing that has developed over eons of time because women had to be with the strongest man because they needed to be protected. Nowadays, women don't think they need to be protected, and most of the time they don't. But here's the deal. If you're in your home at night and the robber breaks in the door, the police can't be there in the time it takes for that robber to get up to your room and shoot both you and your wife or assault her or whatever. So she has got to know she is with a man of strength, inner strength, character, and outer strength. It's good to be strong physically, but to be strong internally and mentally is even more important because that is what will maintain the attraction of your woman to you. You have to set the frame, you have to lead. Never allow a woman to lead in the relationship. If you do, she will lead herself right on to the next strong male. Now, she doesn't do this, like I said, consciously. It's a biologically evolutionary program within them that has developed over eons of time because it wasn't until 100 years ago that if a woman didn't have a man, at least here in the US, she wasn't going to make it. Heck, even back in the 50s and 60s when I was young, if a woman got pregnant and she didn't have a man, it was tough. I mean, it was a bad situation. She didn't have Uncle Sam, the government, to take care of her. Nowadays, a girl gets pregnant, she can go right down there and get Uncle Sam to be her daddy, give her housing, food. You can even get money on welfare now. Used to be when I was a kid, they only got certain kinds of food, certain bread. You could only get certain things on welfare. Okay, but now you get cash plus any kind of food you want. I think you can even buy McDonald's and things like that with the welfare or EBT or whatever they call it now, the money. So the point I'm making is the women don't feel like or they don't think they need a man now, but it's still programmed into them to be with the strongest man and to mate with the strongest mate because they want someone who can protect them and their children. Now, like I said, they're not thinking of this consciously, but then we as men don't always think of things consciously either. We too are driven by our evolutionary programs, which have developed over eons of time. Your reptilian brain still has some control over you, and it's the same with the women. So, as men, we try to figure these things out logically, and logic is good. You know, men are different than women. Women think more emotionally, and men think more logically. If you're thinking on an emotional level and you're a man, stop it. Emotions are great. Feelings are great. You just need to keep them in perspective. Don't run your life by your emotions or by your feelings. As a man, you've been given the ability to think logically, to deduct, to reason, to rationalize, and that has its place. Now, on the other hand, you have intuition the same as women. Women's intuition usually is higher. They can tell and feel things more than men can. I mean, you can come off as the greatest PUA, but if you aren't that internally, they will pick that up pretty quick. They may sleep with you, they may be with you a couple times, but if you are not that person, they will figure it out and they will dump you. And if you go out with them for a long time and they start to beta-tize you, I mean, they're just, if they break up with you, usually here's what they'll say. It's a classic. They got the same lines. Well, honey, I'm in love with you, but I'm just not in love with you. Or how about this one? I just need some space. I just need some time to myself. It's not you, it's me. They all say basically the same things, okay? And you're hurt, right? I mean, for men, it's really tough when a girl dumps you. Fortunately for me, I've always been the one to walk away first. But that's tough too. That still takes some time to get over. I mean, if you're in love with somebody, you're gonna hurt. But take that time, if this happens to you, to reflect and to look, instead of blaming the girl, look at how you led the relationship to that point. And if you didn't lead it, then you allowed her to lead. You have to lead as a man. Always be the leader. Women are here to serve you. Now, I know if a woman's listening to this, they're going to think, oh, you want a slave. Look at you, you misogynist, you machismo. That's what they call it in Spanish. You're macho, you're this, you're that. Okay, I don't mean it in that way. Yes, I believe women are here to serve men. But congruent with that, you as a man are here to protect and serve that woman if she is under your care, if she is abiding by your frame. So it works both ways. Both people benefit. It's not like you're some dominant jerk that orders her around and makes her do this and makes her do that. She submits to your frame, okay? And by that, you protect her, you provide for her, you're there for her, okay? So both parties benefit. In reality, both parties serve each other. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody in the world serves each other. If we didn't, we would not have homes, cars, McDonald's, Burger King, Walmarts. Everybody provides a service. And the greater service someone provides, the more value comes back into their life. Okay, so think about that. The next time you're in a relationship, it begins with, honey, put your socks, the black socks in this hamper and the white ones over there. That's where it starts. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't put your socks in the hampers, but it starts with little things. It's the old analogy of the frog, okay? If you throw the frog in a pan of hot boiling water, he jumps right out. But if you put him in you put him in the pan and turn that heat on slowly, he'll sit there and cook. And it's the same way with the betatization of a man. It doesn't happen where she just walks in one day and says, honey, you do this, you stay home, you don't go out with your friends, you don't do this. If it did, you jump right out of the pan. It's a slow process. And as I said, they don't do it on purpose. They don't even know they're doing it, really. Very few women do. There are a small percentage of women that will speak on this and they will say the same thing that I'm telling you now. So it's very important. Okay, hope you've enjoyed this. Share this with a friend, smash that like button, and subscribe. Got a video coming out every day. Have a great day. Be cool.